What is up, all you sexy nerds? GrizzlyMcB here, and you're listening to and watching Nerd is the New Sexy Entertainment, the podcast, episode number 186. I am joined today by the man, the myth, the monster, 74.
Oh, guys.
And the Blade of Shattered. Mr. Shatterblade, how you doing today?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right. I'm no longer at work, so I'm doing fantastic.
I mean, that's something.
I feel you there.
So you may be wondering, where's Wyld? Well, like we always say, life gets in the way sometimes. He's got some things going on, so I'm jumping in and kind of leading the ship on a topic I know nothing about, because it's not really it's not really part of nerdom that I ever really got into. But these two gentlemen with me today are quite versed in the Final Fantasies.
I would say I'm mid versed.
So am I, but I know quite a bit, at least for like Final Fantasy VII. You're missing out on a lot on like not knowing a whole lot, Grizz. Like, it's the best series.
I just never really got into it, you know.
At least 7 and 8.
Like, yeah, all the games aren't, or I can't say all, because there's some that have some continuity together, but most of the games are their own story, their own continuity. But that's what makes it so you can play any game and still have fun.
Yeah. So the topic for today is the evolution of Final Fantasy summons.
Yes.
I guess we'll start from the beginning, since I know nothing. What are you guys' thoughts on the beginning of the Final Fantasy?
So, from what I can remember, I've played bits and pieces of every Final Fantasy, but from what I can remember, summoning itself didn't really come out until I think the third one.
And only 2 people could do it, I believe.
And in the third one, there's the different classes for that you can give your people. At least from my mixed knowledge, because I've played a bit of the original Final Fantasy 3, but I played more of the 3D remake. In the remake, at least, you could have all of your characters have the summoner class, and there's 3 different classes to summon each monster.
Say you're talking to someone that has no clue what this is. I mean, I have played a majority of the Final Fantasy games. I just never really got into the lore of it, the backstory, the storyline. It was just kind of, okay, skip. You're talking too damn much. I just want to play. So starting from
more or less, you have to read too much.
Yeah. And when those games come out, it was I was at that point in my life where I didn't want to read. I just wanted to play.
You just wanted the action, none of the lore.
And because I didn't read it, I had no fucking clue what was going on. And so I just lost interest.
Understandable.
Especially in the older JRPG games, if you don't read, you won't know where the hell to go. You'll just end up going in circles, not doing jack shit.
Yeah.
Until later on, they done the important stuff in different colors.
Yeah, like yellow, staircase or ladder, or some games have like a glowing trail or some things.
Kind of give me the difference between like the first summoning that came out to the most recent. How much of a difference is that, and do you think it's better or worse?
Better, at least graphically and sound wise, definitely. Mechanically, it, in my opinion, depends on game by game.
I like the older summons better.
Yeah. I like the olders because you could see all the... They packed more details into the limited hardware that they had available.
Okay.
And if you go back on original hardware and still, in most cases, on emulated hardware, you will notice a lag when doing some of the more graphically intensive summons. for all the effects.
Yes.
That's
Like
how
Ifrit
much.
and
Oh yeah,
all.
that's how much I want to say passion they put into it.
Now, do you think that the older summons assisted you more in the game,
Oh yeah.
or
Yeah, because the newer summons is more like you become them, and it's pretty much well. In the newer one, it's pretty much just a cinematic. You're just sitting back and pushing a few buttons. That's for the most part.
Well, I haven't played really 15 or 16 at all.
I played I played them both.
I will say what is it? 'Cause I have a bunch of notes that I can remember off of all the Final Fantasy summons. What was it? Final Fantasy 13. What 11 and 13. When you summon a monster, you become that monster itself to do all the attacks.
that much I
Whereas,
do remember from 11,
Mhm.
especially. Is I thought,
whereas,
okay, well, why would you have to become them? Why can't they just you summon them and they become like a teammate to help you attack?
well, in a sense, they don't become. I mean, you become them. You are more or less,
Yeah.
from my understanding, of using their essence, their strength as your own. And I would say Final Fantasy 13 kind of did it best because after your summoning time's up, or however they did it, I can't remember, your party actually gets restored to full health afterwards.
I didn't know that. But nice in the freaking newer ones, it was like that.
Oh yeah, but that would make it too easy, you know?
The newer ones are already too easy.
I want them to bring back the older style Final Fantasies that have the classes dedicated to summoning or black and white
Yes,
magic. I feel like,
I kind of like the turn based.
oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, because the newer ones is like is you're fighting. It's like any other fucking game out there for the most part. And I'm like, it's and the newer ones, it's levels instead of like open world and all that.
Yeah,
It's open world to an extent, and then once you get into an actual area where you're supposed to be, it turns into either cinematic
button
or you just sit
mashing.
button mashing. Yeah. And then in regards to the summoning, you are the monster in the newest one. You become it, and it's kind of it down. I feel like it downplays it for the most part, as if you turn into it, than as if it's a totally different being coming down to save your ass.
Yeah. You talk about literally coming out save your ass. One of my favorite summons from Final Fantasy VII is Bahamut. Now, you want to
Yes,
talk about an evolution on summons?
I don't know. I like Ifrit.
Ifrit, yeah. But if you want to talk about evolutions on summons, Bahamut actually has the most evolutions I can think of, because in 7, there's 3 different versions of it, and
Yep.
each one dealing more and more damage.
So, which would you say is your favorite summons of all times? Would it be that one?
For how it looks, yes, Bahamut Zero would be my favorite one. But for just damage output in general, Final Fantasy VII has the best one called Knights of the Round, which summons the mythical Knights of the Round Table to deal a crap ton damage. 17 different attacks and 17 or not 13 different attacks and 13 different styles, like electricity or physical. It's wild.
What about you, Monster?
I like Ifrit. Ifrit's my favorite.
Also in 7?
7, 8, 9.
Probably in any of them.
Yeah, all
Okay.
of them.
You just
Okay.
like fire,
It's not
don't
like
you?
yeah, I like that he has horns. And all
Okay,
of my
so let me
favorite
ask you,
design.
is there 16 games or are there 17 games?
If you count the online, I think it's like 7.
Not counting the online.
Well, no, because chronologically, for the main games, there are 16.
But
Final
what about
Fantasy,
X2?
huh?
What about Final Fantasy X, X2?
Well,
10 and 2.
And then they came out with 11.
so 10
Those are the
2
same game, just
well, yeah, it's
they didn't have enough
essentially the same.
space.
Yeah, it's essentially the same game. It's just continued story. But like,
Sold separately.
yeah, pretty much it's DLC, pretty much. Um, but like starting from Final Fantasy 1 and 2, which were originally released only in Japan, we eventually got those overseas as Final Fantasy 3 and 4, and that's where a bunch of confusion, in my opinion, comes from for the numbering. But main games are 16, and then there's various almost like in betweens that tells a different side of the story. Like for Final Fantasy 7, you have the one that's on PSP, Crisis Core.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say Tactics for some reason.
Oh well, yeah, Final Fantasy Tactics, which also recently got it. Yeah, I think it's second or third remaster to play on PC. Hell, there's another side game for Final Fantasy 7 that centered around the character Vincent called Dirge Cerberus.
I remember that. Yeah.
That one technically had summoning in it as well, but you were basically using Vincent's limit break for the summoning.
You guys both agree that 7 has the best summonings.
Yes,
Yes.
I think 7 is the best game by far out of all of them.
Oh, 100%.
Even though I never completed it.
How far did you get in 7 then? If you say you never completed it, because that
I
makes
got
me
to the final disc, and I think I got to just about the ending where you fight Sephiroth and all that, and then my PS3 broke, and I lost all data to it. And I said fuck it, and I never wanted to restart it again.
Well,
And I don't even play the remakes.
Well, I was about to say, the original Final Fantasy 7 is actually on Steam, right?
Yes, but the thing is, I told myself I'm never gonna play it again because I tried to find everything to it, and then to get to that
Monster's
part,
a bit of a
for
completionist. He has to do everything.
Oh yeah.
And then so once I got to that part where the whole thing with the reactors, it's going, it went out, and I was like, because what had happened is my PS3 got the yellow light of death.
See, I've been hearing so much about that. Like I didn't have a PC growing up. I actually have one right here that I modded the crap out of. But I have yet to thankfully experience the yellow light.
Well, do you have the fat one or the?
Oh yeah, I have the first generation PS3.
Oh, me too. Yeah, it's currently a paperweight. And then I have a slim that works better.
Oh, well, there you go.
But and in regards to like the newer ones too, for the Final Fantasies, I played the last two, and the second to last one was, I liked it because you could get different weapons for each of the characters.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it wasn't Strangers in Paradise. It was the one before. I forget the name of it. Was it Stranger? Yeah, Stranger in Paradise. Okay. Yeah, because the newest one is.
Just looking on your show.
Yes. Let me double check.
The newest, like I said, the newest Final Fantasy itself should be the remastered Tactics.
It's this one.
Yeah, 16.
Yeah. So the Strangers in Paradise was the one before it. Okay, now I know where I'm at. So Final Fantasy 15, it was more of a like a level based. So you get like stuff that people could wear and stuff like that. I thoroughly enjoyed that until it came to the DLC, and I did not know how to get to it, use it. Because there was a thing around it where you had to beat the game again, or something like that. I
It's
forget.
too complicated.
Yeah. So I purchased it and I never got to play the DLC.
So,
Yeah, then I
in your
said, "Fuck that
opinion,
shit."
which game that you played of the Final Fantasy Dynasty has the best, like storyline to it?
7.
Well, yeah, that's because
Well,
it's you.
seven, yes, maybe. Because you're playing it for the first 3 times, you'll be confused for quite a bit, especially around I want to say disc 2.
Oh, yeah.
But for story, I can't remember which one has the main character Bart. I want to say that's 4.
My second place would be Final Fantasy 16. Actually has a really good story. If you comparingly, like, it's one of the ones where you actually play as the summon itself. Sometimes it's pretty fun. The story. I don't want to give any, like, if you guys want to play it, I don't want to give any
Yeah, I
spoilers.
want to play
I won't.
16
I won't
myself.
play it. So,
Huh?
said I won't play it. So you
Yeah.
gotta worry
Oh,
about
it was Final
that.
Fantasy 5 that has Barts.
Okay.
Okay.
I anything under 7 I've never played.
Oh, you should.
Okay.
They're really
Yeah.
like great stories, great mechanics.
It was before my time. My
Oh,
gaming
it was
time.
before my dude. You're older than me. It was before my time.
Oh yeah. See that's what I don't like about Wild not being here. Because now I'm the old man.
That's
Okay.
true.
So with the games that you have played, who would you say is your favorite character, and who is your least favorite character?
My favorite character would have to be. I'm forgetting the names now. See, sometimes I get the Final Fantasy VII and Legends of Dragoon mixed up. The names.
Oh, there goes Shattered digging into
well,
his brain muscles.
I'm trying because there's least liked would be Titus from X. I just never really liked him. Most favorite would be Vincent from 7.
Okay, my favorite is actually not a main character. From 7, it is Barrett.
Barrett.
Barrett
Yeah.
is the main character.
Yeah,
Well, Cloud is
not
the main character,
he's
but
not like one
Barrett
of the
is like a
main,
side.
but he's a main. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
But
my
I would agree with you there because whenever I played 7, the bit that I did, that was my go-to was Barrett.
yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta love the fucking hand. He could pretty much get anything. He fucking had a hook, had a fucking
Cannonball,
cannonball, yeah, all that type of shit.
machine gun, a sniper rifle.
Then my least favorite would have to be Clive. I just had to remember the name. It's been a while since I played it.
Clive, which one is that from?
From the newest one.
Okay. That's why it didn't ring a bell for
There's
me.
yeah, there's a lot of character development, but I think they could have elaborated more on some of the stuff that he goes through. Like, there's a big chunk that you miss out on. I wish they would have brought it in a little more. I do like his powers and stuff like that he has, but he's a little of a wine bag.
Wine bag? Like, as in,
My
like, he whines too
brother.
much? Okay, yeah.
No,
Well, the pansy.
yeah,
He's a whiny bitch.
that's how I took it. At least how he acts as a little my brother. Yeah,
He just cares about family.
the voice acting sucked in it.
Sometimes when you play big games like that and they do have, it's nothing but voice acting for the characters. I really enjoy when, there's all these characters that are just super good at what they do.
Mm.
And then you get that one character that can't act for shit.
Yeah,
It for me, it's just hilarious, and it makes the game that much better. And less they're the main character, and that's all they do is talk.
Titus.
Yes. Yes.
It's
Yes.
why he's not my, he's my most not liked.
If you had to put two games against each other from 8 on,
Ooh.
since you both of you, your favorite is 7. From 8
Yeah.
on, which two games and why? And which one would win?
Well,
Asking the real questions here.
for the fact that I didn't play X2 on till 14, I don't know those ones. So I have to go with the ones that I know, which I would have to put 15 and 16 together.
Okay. Which one would win?
16. Even though I like some of the stuff in 15, but they could have made it a little more open world for my liking. It's not you go into areas, but it's not open world. So it's you're like level locked almost. And then
Yeah.
sometimes the levels are backwards, just the backwards version of what you already went.
Are you going to allow like the 2 multiplayer games, Grizz, or?
If you're putting them against each other, yes.
No, because I was going to say 13 and 14.
I was going to say, because multiplayer games are always going to beat single player games. Because
Not true.
Not true.
That can be said for ESO and any Elder Scrolls.
You always have more fun with your friends than you do by yourself.
Yeah, but
until your friends leave you.
For example,
or they just run off.
For example, in 14, you're gonna have a lot of idiots in your parties and your raids that make you wish you could do the whole damn thing solo. So,
yeah.
Well, that's like if you're doing it with randos or
Yeah, but pretty much you're mostly doing it with randos.
Well, and that's the case. I would do 13 and X2. And I would pick 13 win because lightning wins everything.
Is the X one with the guy with the blonde hair?
Yes.
Yeah, Titus.
Okay. There's a reason why I didn't play any of the X's. And then I didn't like the mechanics, so I was like, fuck this game.
That might be
13.
I
traded it in.
Or that might be 10 then. 13 has the same mechanics, but there is another. I want to say it's the after story to 13. Final Fantasy 13 Lightning Returns. That has the same mechanics as Zelda Majora's Mask, where you have a certain amount of time to do things, and you can go back in time to start over.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
I like the idea, but
that's the reason why I don't like.
I think it was Wyld and I had that conversation when he was playing that. Okay, so of the two that are multiplayer, which one would you say is better and why?
14.
I've not played them.
So I played the shit out of 14. So there's several different expansions. I think we're on number 6. I played up to Endwalker, and I got so burned out because I went from a fresh account, fresh new player, burning through 4 or 5 different expansions just so I play with my friends. But I would say 14 is definitely a lot better, mainly because of the story and graphics compared to 12.
Okay.
I never played them because you guys didn't play it.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's expensive to go to. It's expensive to get all of the expansions, and then on top of that, get the subscription to play 14.
That's what turned me off of the 14. It's because it was like DC Universe Online. You got to pay to play, but you also had to buy the game too.
Yeah. Oh,
And it's
God.
every month. It's not a one-time thing.
Yeah.
Well, you can do it every month. You can do it every 3 months, or I think a year's worth.
Yeah, fuck that.
That's why I stopped playing WoW.
See, it's
I never played it to begin with.
Lucky.
I still play the crap out of RuneScape, even though I pay yearly on the subscription. So I can't really talk.
Yeah, I know somebody with like 10 accounts that play it on 2 different screens.
Oh my god, yeah, I don't. Well,
They farm the coins, and then on some they do PvP.
yeah.
Dude, my first LAN party was RuneScape.
My first LAN party was Halo 2.
This is probably because I'm young as hell compared to you guys, but I've never been to a LAN party.
Yeah, that's because there's a thing called internet
No internet.
now. So LAN parties were a main thing for those of you younger generation that are watching. LAN parties were a thing where you have one friend with phenomenal internet, and you would take your laptops or your PCs to their house, usually in either a big dining room or a garage.
And hook it all together.
And you hook everything up, and you all play the same game together.
Sometimes on the same screen.
Oh god, yeah, back to OG Xbox.
You stop screen.
This was before there was party chat and the text box where you can message back and forth. It was
God.
Oh, hey, let's all play RuneScape, and you four go cut down this tree for the next 5 hours. We're going to go over here and go fishing for the next 5 hours. And then we're going to get back together. We're going to go to the market. We're going to flood the market with all this stuff, get all kinds of money, and then we'll split it. And it never got split.
Yeah, it never got split. They would
at least evenly.
Well, they would all give it to like one person from each group. Like one person from the fishing would get everything. One person from woodcutting get everything, and then they would just keep all the money or all the items. It was a shit show.
But it was fun because we weren't at home, and you tell your parents, "Hey, I'm staying at so and so's house tonight."
Yeah.
Okay, cool, have fun. Whenever you get there, call me and let me know what the phone number is in case I got to get a hold of you.
Yeah, back before cell phones were a thing.
Yes. Well, no, there were cell phones, but they were in big ass briefcases and they caught an arm and a leg.
Or they were the big ass like the Motorola break that gave you cancer.
Yeah, no. At this time, those weren't invented yet.
Oh.
You've heard our favorites. What about your favorite?
Like I told you, I was never really big into Final Fantasy.
But out of the ones you have played,
didn't pay attention to names, didn't listen to the story.
He just went and just killed shit.
Yeah. And when I got lost and couldn't figure out what was going on, I just fucking turned the game off. Which is why I wasn't originally scheduled for this podcast.
True. But you were having fun with us, so that's
that's all that matters. You got to learn something about us and Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of it.
There's at least 16 games of it.
Yeah.
So when it comes to the summoners, what was your favorite weapon that they had?
Well,
Odin.
So you're talking about like the summoning. Okay, I thought you were talking
just
about weapons.
The summoners.
Oh, well, I thought you were talking about the weapons, as in like the staffs that they would carry. So like that's not a.
It's a weapon.
I mean, yeah, it's a weapon, and you could technically classify the summons themselves as weapons.
Non-summoner weapons that they would use for melee.
I like Odin's. I mean, it was a stick, but I thought it was cool.
Yeah, but you're simple. You like simple brown things. Like sticks.
No, well, it's because in like the older games, they made it look cooler than it would be in the
Yeah.
newer games.
Yeah.
Like in the older games, you're like, oh, what is that? Because it doesn't fucking look like a stick.
Oh, it's got a big old skull on the top of it.
Yeah.
It looks metal. And when you hit it with it, it clings like it's metal. But it's wood.
Or
The
like,
description says it's wood.
yeah. But and then in the later ones, I believe in Odin in 16, he rides a horse, and I think he has a javelin, if I'm not mistaken.
I would say my favorite summoner weapon, like one that they could melee with, would probably be the Elder Staff from 3.
For you, that's Odin
Oh,
in
nice.
in Final Fantasy 16. So
that's
in Final Fantasy
a
16,
halberd, not a staff.
well, no, in the older ones, it has a staff.
Oh yeah, the older ones it's staff.
Yeah,
Oh, are you sure you're thinking about Odin and not Ramu?
I might be thinking about Ramu, whatever his name is.
Because the older, almost like Gandalf character with the staff.
Oh, you're
That's
right.
Ramu.
He had a sword before.
Yeah, Odin. Yeah, no, Odin was.
Oh, I had it mixed up. Okay, I had the names mixed up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ramu's like the wise old sage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the staff I was thinking about.
Yeah, that's the guy. I got the name wrong then. But that's an Intergate. Him in 16. So he looks even more badass.
Oh yeah, he almost looks like a phantom.
Yeah. He is one of my favorite characters. Him and Odin.
Here's a tough question. What character from any game do you wish was a summoner?
Kratos.
I mean,
New Kratos, not old Kratos.
was a summoner.
I want the
Honestly,
axe.
I wouldn't change any of them, because if you were to magically make one as a summoner, you're changing them fundamentally.
If you had to choose one.
Just so he'd have more use, Titus.
Okay, what would he summon and what would his element be?
Oh, I didn't understand the question.
What would he summon? Well, if he is a proper summoner, he'd be able to summon pretty much anything that he can get, like some games like Materia to, or the ability to.
So say he were to be cursed by the gods as he is right now.
Chocobo. He would be able to only summon a Chocobo.
Okay, what element?
Chocobo summons traditionally are non-elements, so they help you run away. That's their elements.
So you're saying his element would be wind?
Yeah, his element would be kind of useless.
Kind of useless.
Wyld's gonna look at this and go, "What the fuck are they talking about?"
Oh, blame Wyld.
No, I can't really blame Wyld. I mean, we've all been there. We've all had our issues where we just
back pain is no joke. I've had it. I had it all last week.
I mean, heck, I had it the beginning of the season. That's why I couldn't do anything.
Ooh, ouch.
It's part of getting old. You'll learn soon enough.
You'll get there one day.
What do you mean? I got my fucking pay meds already for my back.
So is there anything else you guys would like to touch on or talk about pertaining to Final Fantasy?
I think we kind of got all of it for the most part.
Well, so one thing I would like to say, The older Final Fantasy, like Final Fantasy 3, 5, and 3, 4, and 5. I think 4 might. Can't remember. But they had level tiers per summons. In
Oh,
3,
yeah.
there were only like 8 summons, but each one was allocated a level 1 through 8. Whereas
Forgot about that.
in 5 there were 5 total levels, having 3 different monsters summon each level. I like that system for summoning a lot more than just, hey, have all these fucking materias, have all these that you just summon willy-nilly, instead of having to level up the classes to summon stronger things.
Okay.
I would say that's actually the biggest thing I miss from Final Fantasy, is actually
So-
working on the classes.
So working on the classes, so like a leveling tier system almost.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of you level up now, you gain your strength, your intelligence stuff, but in the older Final Fantasies, you could change what role or what class your characters were, and you had to level them up from where you last left them off. Like, you have level 30 summoner, but a level 1 ninja. You can switch to ninja, level it up, and go back to summoner or to a white mage and level them up. And each character had their own independent level for the roles, instead of each role having, it's the same level per character. The older Final Fantasies in that aspect were better, but it was also way more grindy.
Yeah, but then again, with
That's the
our
best
group,
part.
we like grinding.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Can grind with me.
you could spend,
Yeah. Grizz knows.
oh my, you can spend
Okay.
hours to get your heroes up to, after a few hours, probably only level 30, level 40 in your job class. And the older Final Fantasies, you can go up to level 99 per job. You would cap out the in-game timer really quick. I think we touched on majority of
The summoning stuff,
summoning, yeah, without going much into like the lore and everything of Final Fantasy.
Well, because Wyld's not here, I get to pawn it off on somebody else. Monster, I believe there's a phone number people can call.
Yes, the number is 559-997-6803. I repeat, 559-997-6803.
I'm so proud of you. My little boy's growing up.
You said that like a manager talking into a Walmart speaker.
What I did?
Yeah.
Oh, I
repeat.
just well, I am a manager at work, so I
Oh
mean,
well,
Yeah.
so that explains it.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Well, I think that's gonna wrap up today's podcast. I think we did pretty well.
Yeah.
Not knowing anything
Jack
and
shit.
learning some things from these guys. And
I think
So-
Wyld should and do a whoopsie type stuff on me.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go ahead and end it there, guys. Want to thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Till next time.
Remember, stay nerdy
Stay sexy.
always.
Always.